Welcome to your S.E.E. science preparation with EduWarn Nepal. Today, we're zeroing in on Unit 3, the honeybee. Our only goal here is to master this unit and secure maximum marks in your board exam, so pay very close attention. First, let's understand the stakes. This unit is worth anywhere from 2 to 5 marks. Now, in the S.E.E., every single mark is critical. We're not just aiming to pass. Our mission is to capture every one of these marks. Let's begin. Before we even get into the content, you have to internalize this structure. Think of it as the golden rule. For every long answer question, it's definition, then explanation, then diagram, and finally, a conclusion. This is how you prove to the examiner that you have complete knowledge. We're going to apply this to everything.
All right, let's start with Level 1, locking down those one-mark questions. These are meant to be quick, easy marks, but they demand absolute precision. There is zero room for error here.
So, if the question asks, what is metamorphosis? Your answer needs to be exactly this: the life cycle of an insect from egg to larva, pupa, and adult. You have to mention all 4 stages. This exact definition secures your 1 mark. No more, no less.
Next one. What is a nuptial flight? The correct answer is the flight in which the queen bee and drone males leave the hive for mating. You see, the keywords the examiner's looking for are queen bee, drone males, and mating. Get those in and you've got the mark.
And the last key 1-mark definition, Parthenogenesis. Now listen carefully. The most critical scoring phrase here is unfertilized egg. Your definition must state the process of formation of a drone bee from an unfertilized egg. Without those exact words, you simply will not get the mark.
Good. Let's move up to Level 2. Here, we're tackling the 2-mark questions. These usually ask you to differentiate between things or list specific functions. This is where they test a slightly deeper level of your understanding. This is a very common question format. You'll be asked to compare 2 types of bees. For 2 marks, you need to give 2 clear, valid points of difference, and you have to present them properly. For any differentiation question, you must use a table. This is the format they expect. You state your basis for comparison in the first column. So for gender, drone is a fertile male, worker is a sterile female. That's 1 complete point, earning you 1 mark. Then for function, drone fertilizes the queen, worker collects nectar and protects the hive. That's your 2nd mark. 2 points, 2 marks, secured.
Here's another classic 2-mark question, listing functions. The instruction is very direct. Write down any 2 functions, so you give them 2 clear, accurate points.
We've got 3 valid functions here, but you only need to write 2. The first one, to lay eggs, is simple and correct. But the second one is more technical, and it's the one that will impress an examiner: to control and guide the colony by releasing a special scented substance, pheromone. And here's a tip. Make sure you underline the keyword, pheromone. It shows you have superior knowledge. Okay, now we advance to Level 3. This is the masterclass. This is where we conquer the highest value question in this entire unit. A 4-mark long answer requires total mastery of the topic and that answer structure we talked about. This is the question. Pay close attention to the words explain and with a neat and labeled diagram. This means the explanation and the diagram both carry a lot of weight. If you fail at either one, you're going to lose marks. Let's focus on the diagram first. It is not optional, it is mandatory. A neat, clear, pencil-drawn, and fully labeled diagram is worth 1.5 marks all on its own. It needs to show all 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult, with clear arrows showing the cycle. Now, for the explanation part, which is where you'll earn the remaining 2.5 marks, we break it down stage by stage. Stage 1, the egg. First, state the duration, 3 days. Then, the most critical point, you have to explain the difference based on fertilization. Fertilized eggs become queens or workers, while unfertilized eggs become drones. That distinction is absolutely essential. Moving on to Stage 2, the larva. The duration is 5.5 to 7 days. The key scoring point here is the diet, because it determines the bee's caste. You must state that all larvae get royal jelly for the first few days, but after that, only the future queens keep getting it. The workers and drones, they get switched to bee bread. This dietary difference is the critical detail you have to mention.
Let's proceed to Stage 3, the pupa.
note the duration, and describe it as the inactive, non-feeding stage. You must explicitly say that this is when metamorphosis really happens, the development of legs, wings, and mouthparts. This is the transformation phase.
And finally, stage 4, the adults. The fully formed bee emerges from its cell. To wrap it all up, you should state that the total development time varies by caste, ranging from about 16 to 24 days. This shows the examiner you have a complete overview of the entire process.
Now, here's an advanced strategy for those of you who are aiming for a perfect score. If you include a small, neat table just like this one, summarizing the development times for each caste, well, that shows exceptional preparation. This level of detail practically guarantees you get the full 2.5 marks for your explanation.
We'll now conclude with your final exam strategy. See, mastering the content is only half the battle. How you execute your knowledge under exam conditions is what will truly secure your success. This is your final checklist. 1. Always use the structure we discussed. 2. Underline your critical keywords. It's like a signpost for the examiner pointing to your correct answers. 3. Diagrams must be clean and drawn in pencil. 4. Be precise. Don't write long, rambling paragraphs. And 5. Manage your time. A simple rule is to give yourself about 1.8 minutes for every mark, so a 4-mark question should take you no more than 7 to 8 minutes.
Remember this, your preparation is your power. Go into that examination hall with confidence, apply these strategies, and you will achieve the marks you deserve. This concludes our mastery session on the honeybee.